Hi there, this is Pastor Greg Drummond of Bayers Road Baptist Church in Halifax. Thanks for joining me for a 5-minute devotions with Pastor Greg. It is May the 6th, 2020. We are just a few weeks after Easter, if you can believe it. It's been days that we've lost track of sometimes. I honestly didn't realize that today was Thursday and yesterday was Wednesday, and that's why I'm here today. But I want to read this passage from Matthew chapter 28, starting at verse 16, of Jesus' resurrection appearance on the mountain. The 11 disciples traveled to Galilee, to the mountain where Jesus had directed them. When they saw him, they worshipped, but some doubted. Then Jesus came near to them. What strikes me about the passage, one is there are 11 disciples now. Judas has died, and the other 11 are remaining, and they have headed to this mountain where Jesus told them to meet him, and they are worshiping, and some aren't quite sure what's going on. You may have experienced some of this uncertainty just in life these last few weeks or a month or so as we try to sort through what is true information, what is misinformation. I know there's all kinds of stuff out there. I just saw someone sharing a documentary about something called Plandemic, where this was a big plan by some conspiratorial organization to take over the world, to have us distrust everyone so that they can inject some strange medicine into us to control us. Which, if you hear some of that and you look at some of the reports on it, like just the red flags go up. Something is not quite as it seems here. Another I saw just today was someone was sharing about yesterday, which was Cinco de Mayo, a Mexican holiday remembering a battle. And they said it was a spoof, but it was saying that it was a memory of a shipment of mayonnaise sinking on the Titanic that was destined to the hungry Mexicans who just love mayonnaise, and so they remembered it as Cinco de Mayo, but which most of us know would be a joke, but it caused so much response to it even back since 1997 that they had to create a Snopes fact-checking page to say why this was just a joke, just a story. So we're trying to make sense of what to believe and what not to believe, both in news and sometimes wondering, where is God in all of this? Does he care? Does he notice? Is he aware of what's going on? And we deal with faith and we deal with doubt, and sometimes we see faith and doubt as enemies. Some will go out to fight and say, you know what, you shouldn't have any doubt, just believe and everything will be fine. The others say, no, your doubt shows you that God is wrong, he doesn't exist, or these things are false, so just go believe whatever you want to believe. Where I would like to say these two, faith and doubt, can exist at the same time, and that our doubts should push us on a quest to deeper faith. And in this story of Jesus, he has called these disciples to the mountain. He has risen from the dead, which no one has ever done, so understandably, there was some doubt going on. And they're worshiping. They're worshiping because worship is at the core of who they are. It's they have this faith in God that draws them to him. They want to give their lives to him, and they're worshiping, but some of them aren't quite sure. So they still doubt. And yet Jesus doesn't draw away. Instead, it says he came near to them. He drew near to them. So as we're going through this time of uncertainty, as a number of people have been calling it, these uncertain times, we are struggling, some of us are not, with faith and wondering, how is God going to fix everything that we're going through? Whether it's the virus, whether it's finances, whether it's anything, we have doubts. We have doubts about government, we have doubts about leaders, we have doubts about one another and teachers and other things, and we're not quite sure what to do. So Jesus' brother in the book Jude, right at the end, in Jude 22, writes these words: "Have mercy on those who doubt." we will live in this world and we will always have things that we can't wrap our minds around. Whether it has to do with God, whether it has to do with the news, whether it has to do with people telling us things that aren't quite sounding right, we will struggle with trying to make sense of things. And God knows that. And when it comes to worship, he continues to draw near to us, even in our doubts. And when it comes to other things, he says, have mercy. Have mercy on people whose faith is struggling. Have mercy on those who are trying to figure out what is real and what is not in this world. Be patient and sympathetic, and allow whatever doubts you have to fuel your quest for faith, knowing that as you worship, as you pray, as you ask these questions, that Jesus is drawing near to you in this time. So may Christ draw near to you in the midst of whatever doubts you're having these days. The Lord bless you.